Uh, so let's talk a little bit about the future of L&D. So you in the past 2 years you've experienced tremendous change. But looking forward, what do you see when you look forward about the changes that are coming potentially?
So some of the changes that I've been seeing in L&D, which I think are very, very fascinating, is a lot of the augmented and virtual reality type of
Mm,
learning. And I think that at the basic level, we're starting to do that now, but I think that there's a lot more that can be done in greater depth. There's definitely certain skill sets in different areas that could really benefit from a lot of this augmented or virtual reality type of learning. Specifically things that people that need that in-depth skill practice. How much time do we spend in training people that are working in a factory that builds automobiles? How much time is spent on nurses and and lab X-ray techs to learn how to operate their machinery, how to do intubations and things like that? Things that they work on practice dummies. Well, what can be done with a VR headset and being able to mimic those things over and over again?
mm,
You know, they could they could do that at home. They could do that elsewhere. There's a lot of different places that they could apply that type of learning. So I think those types of that types of learning, I find that to be very, very exciting. In terms of where we are in the insurance space, we look at what are some of the innovative ideas that can help us to improve our customers, and what how can we provide that support and that learning, because where we are in L&D, I'm very far away from the person that buys the insurance,
right.
but it's a chain, right? And each link in that chain goes to where it needs to be, which will eventually lead to the customer. So what can we do to make sure that that chain is as strong as it possibly can be? And so
Mm,
we're always looking for new ways to build that capacity for our people that are down the road down that chain.
right.
And I think one of the things that I find is with a lot of potential uh, in that is the digital storytelling aspect. I think is very, very fascinating. I think it's something that we don't utilize enough. I'm a big advocate for that. I think that that's definitely something that I see a lot more of. That I also see a lot more of just. I'm trying to word it right. Sorry, I apologize. I
That's
want to
all
get the
right.
right wording of. I think that really that immersive learning is going to be
Mm,
something that is going to be even more important for uh, for as we continue to grow as a learning development space, not outside of the direct skill practice, but
hmm.
getting that soft skill development, because I think that's how you really are going to be able to really experience some of those things that maybe you can't. I think that immersive learning is going to be a very, very
And
just going to go forward with that.
Don, can you tell me what you mean? You talk about immersive learning. What are you seeing when you say that?
So when I talk about immersive learning, I think about in K-12, it's similar to what we talk about with personalized learning, right? So I want to learn the best way that I can for me. I may not be
Mm,
someone who likes to read a book, but I like to watch a YouTube video on how to do something, and I can get it that way.
okay,
you know
okay.
and so when I think of immersive learning, it's like, okay, how can I find these things that are going to help me understand not just this small sliver of something that somebody is telling me, but I can understand the whole picture, the
Right,
whole circle. And
right.
it is a combination of, I take a self-paced course, and then I'm also going to watch a video, and then I
Got
can
it.
do a VR skill practice. And so
Hmm.
it's that personalized learning to get as deep as I want to get on this topic, and so I understand really the 360, the full picture, instead of just a small sliver of it.
Interesting. So you're kind of putting the learner in the center and this and the technique
Mhm.
around the learner, and that's
Exactly.